say to new notaries, well, I guess I shouldn't assume it's a new notary, but I've had a couple of calls from signing services to do follow-up notary appointments because they can't get in touch with the previous or the first notary. So I just want to remind people, we make mistakes. Do not be ashamed of making a mistake. I have not experienced signing services holding that against anyone that I am aware of. And I make mistakes, especially in the beginning, but it happens, right? We all experience that. You only get the bad mark when they can't get in touch with you, when you don't clean up your mistakes or your errors. So I have experienced that probably in the last 2 weeks, at least two notaries, or I don't know who they are, but the signing service of this last one said she's just not responding to any communication. So that should not be, right? At the very least, even if you, for some reason, refuse to go back, at least let them know. Because guess what? It not only affects you, it affects that client. So poor client today, I just had to go back and do a deed. Thoroughly confused. He was so confused, like, what are you calling for? And what is this? He's like, we've been through this. Like, we've had a notary come out twice now to clean up the errors from the refi. And he's like, we have the money. Like, why are you coming out? So they're like confused. They're like questioning me. And I'm like, I have no idea. The signing company didn't put too much in the notes. So I just, made my note to say, hey, this person's a little bit confused. Can you let me know so I can at least put them at ease? So they finally sent a message back saying, yeah, the first notary didn't get the deed signed or left it out of the package, and then they can't catch up with her, etc. So when I went to this appointment, they were still like, this has been an ongoing saga. Like, I don't know what's going on. We've had someone, I think they said the notary came out twice. No, 3 times. And he's like, I don't know what's going on. Like, why is this happening? I'm like, I'm sorry, sir. I'm not sure. So I just reassured both of them that we got all the signatures and hopefully no one else has to come out. But we can't forget, we may be embarrassed. We may hate to make that extra trip out. Don't forget that you're impacting people, right? Not only the clients, title, the lenders, etc. And then it makes us all look bad if we're not doing our job or following up. And there are times, like especially in the beginning, I'm like, oh my goodness, I do not want to go back out there. But I try to make it right as soon as I possibly can. I'm communicating the whole time, right? So if I'm back to back and I can't go right back out, I will tell them, hey, my appointments end at 5 o'clock. I will try to get this done at 6, or what's the latest that I could possibly do this? I want to get this done. And also make sure the client is available, etc. So I always try to make it right as soon as possible. Please do not feel embarrassed. This is a PSA. This is a whole industry. And remember, we're kind of down there on the totem pole. And then it just gives them even more excuse to lowball us for offers in terms of fees, giving us all these instructions. Like, why are they treating us like babies? Well, there's some notaries out here that aren't reading instructions. So that means they're not following instructions. And it sometimes could be a page or two. That's a reflection on us in this industry, right? So yeah, they may have a bad experience with 1 or 2 notaries, especially this signing service. And then they may start doing things in response to that, right? When it's just one notary, but they don't see it like that. They see it as all of us are doing that. That is my soapbox for today. I just want to remind everyone, including myself, that whenever we have an issue or we can't do something or something happens, remember there's a client on the other side thinking, what in the world's going on? Why can't we close this? In this case, this person said, we got the money 2 weeks ago. So what is needed? Let's really do the best that we can. And at the very, very least or minimum, we should be communicating one way or another. Period. Let me know your thoughts.